Hi Stampers, I'm Nancy Novak. Welcome. We're finishing off the week with another creative adventure with our Bee My Valentine series. And today we're buzzing back into the world of Valentines, but with a little twist. So let me show you. We are going to be featuring this pretty designer series paper in today's card. I love this paper. We're going to use both sides. And with a little fussy fun, we'll create our cute little bees to add a little bit of charm to our cards. So there are the little bees that we're going to be using. And I'm calling this a swing flap fun fold card. And it's fun because look at all the different places we can put greetings. And then I even attached a little honey jar here. We're going to make our card a little bit different today, but it's just going to be as cute. But yeah, you can put something on the front flap, the inside flap, and inside the card. So we're maximizing the creative space with this card. Okay, so we're going to make our card base in Sweet Sorbet, and I have an inside stamping piece of white, and then I have a layer of Daffodil Delight and a layer of that pretty designer series paper. I have a couple of Sweet Sorbet squares or rectangles and a couple of stamping pieces in white. And don't worry about the sizes or the supplies because I will have all that on my blog under the words project sheet. So you can go to my blog and find my project sheet, or you can look down below in the video. There's a word that says more and it opens up a bunch of information, and scroll down and you'll see project sheet and it'll take you right to my blog where you can find all that information. Let's get started by taking this piece here and scoring it at 4 1/4. So it's 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. And you just fold that on the score line and give it a good crease with our bone folder. Okay, so that's the front of our card. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut off 1 1/4 inches. So let me bring in my cutter. And I'm just going to line this up over here at 1 1/4. So that's going to be the front of our card. And then this piece here, we're going to cut it down to 4 3/4. And this piece is nothing. We're not going to use that. I'm going to bring my scoreboard in one more time. And on our little strip that we cut to 4 1/4, or 4 3/4, we are going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. And that's going to be our little strip that holds the flaps. Okay, let's do the easy stuff. We're going to go ahead and take our Daffodil Delight piece and our designer series paper and glue those together, and then we're going to glue them to the front of the card. Okay, now I'm going to bring in our white stamping pieces and Memento black ink, and we're going to stamp a couple of the sentiments that are in the Bee My Valentine stamp set. And we're going to stamp You'll Always Be the One for Me. I'm going to stamp that right in the middle. And then on the other one, we're going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day. This one here, we're going to stamp a few hearts. So I'm going to bring in Sweet Sorbet, and this has 3 little hearts on one stamp. And I'm going to bring in the red, the Sweet Sorbet pieces, and we're going to glue the white pieces to the Sweet Sorbet pieces. So I know you've heard me ask and say to share my video, which I truly appreciate. And the other thing that helps me grow my channel is if you stay to the end and watch the entire video. And that's why I try to make my videos short. My videos are always less than 15 minutes, and I usually fast forward through all this stuff like the gluing. But I just wanted to make mention of that too, because that does help me grow my channel. So I would appreciate it. Next, we're going to bring this strip in and glue it to the back of our card. And we're going to glue it right in the center. So I'm going to kind of look at it. You could measure it if you like. I'm just going to kind of look at it with my eyeballs here and estimate where it's going to go. So I glued that flap, and I'm going to glue it right to the center of the back of the card. Okay, I'm just going to hold it there for a second, let that glue take hold. Okay, so that's our little flap. So now I'm going to take this piece and it's going to go right on the front and it's going to go right on the flap and it's going to go right to the edge. So let me show you up close. So there's the flap and I'm going to glue it right in the center there and it's going to go right to the edge of that strip that we made. So I'm just going to put some glue on here and I can kind of look and see how far I can glue it. It's going to go right to the edge. Now I'm going to open this up and I'm going to put some dimensions on here, some dimensionals. Then I'm going to take the other piece that we stamped and I'm going to line it up and stick it down. Just like that. Now you could glue these two pieces together rather than dimensionals, but it kind of gives it a nice heaviness to it, a little bit of weight, and it kind of makes it stay down. It's just kind of it feels really cool when you do it with the dimensionals. Okay, but we really have a lot to do yet. We still have to finish the front, and for the inside, I am going to change this up a little bit. Let me show you this one. So on this one, I stamped "You're as Sweet as Honey," but on this one, I am going to stamp "You Make My Heart Buzz." So I want it over here underneath so it's not showing. And I think I'm gonna stamp that in Memento also. So I'm just stamping it in the center, but over to the left. Just like that. And I'm gonna bring in the heart stamp again, the 3 hearts, and Sweet Sorbet, and I'm gonna add some hearts here. Okay, so let me show you that designer series paper again. So this is the bee paper, that side, and then we have the gingham, the Daffodil Delight gingham. So what I did was I picked a couple of these bees and we're going to fussy cut them out. So that's one that I'm going to cut, and then there's the other one that I'm going to cut. And I'm just going to fussy cut all the way around. And I will fast forward so you don't have to wait too long. And it's really simple and it's so cute when you put it on your card. If you're new to fussy cutting, you always want to leave a little bit of white edge. And basically you want to cut deep and just kind of swirl around as far as you can go without, you don't want to go like this. And there you go. There are our 2 bees. And even if you don't like fussy cutting, I mean, these bees are just too darn cute to not fussy cut them out and put them on this card. So let's go ahead and attach them. And I'm just going to glue them on. So he hangs off a little bit, so you just want to make sure that you don't put any glue under his wings where they're hanging off. Okay, and there's one more little bee. And this was the bee that, let me show you this paper real quick. This has all these little bees. This is the paper that we use to make our chapstick holder. So I just cut one of the bees out, and I kind of already did that. And he just fits right here. So let me glue him on. So on my original card, since I stamped "You're as Sweet as Honey," I put a honey jar there. And on this one, I have "You Make My Heart Buzz," so I want to put the little bee there. So I have to glue this piece in yet. So when we glue that inside piece in, it covers up the flap. But now we have a couple of embellishments to add. And again, these are my new favorite. I love these embellishments. I'm going to put a couple of these little flowers right on the front of the card. So again, these are called adhesive back hearts and flowers. So this is your 5th card, but let's go back and look at what we made this week. Isn't this one cute? I'll show you this one. Okay, so what did we do this week? This was the first one. This is where we learned how to stamp the bee and punch him out, and we stamped some flowers. And then we did this one, Happy Bee Day. We made it into a birthday card. And then we made our chapstick holder with that beautiful Be Mine Designer Series paper. And this would work with a lot of the papers that are in that Be Mine DSP pack. And then we showed off this pretty honey jar paper with our Dutch fold card. And then we have today's flip flap fun fold card. So I hope you enjoyed all of this week's cards, and if you feel inspired and want to add this stamp set and punch to your crafting collection, you can find the shopping links below in the description and also on my blog. And just so you know, if you treat yourself to this bundle and the Be Mine Designer Series paper, not only will you qualify for a complimentary celebration item, you'll also receive my exclusive host code gift for free. And one of those items that you can choose are these adhesive back flowers. So that's a great way to get them for free. Just want to make sure you know that, because I would hate for you to miss out on that. So I hope you enjoyed all this week's cards. Please leave me some love, leave me some comments there. I'd appreciate it. And don't be shy. Stamp and shout.